Okay, welcome to my world at Casa Stefano. On your hands and knees, under a sink, or facing a toilet or something. Don't forget when you buy one of these properties, you're going to be doing the same thing.
Welcome to Casa Stefano. This is my story of buying a house in Italy, sight unseen, during the pandemic, and the adventure of renovating the house and exploring the Salento in southern Puglia. Welcome back to the bathroom show. Seems like that's all I'm doing is working on the bathroom. And yeah, it's one of the more challenging parts of getting this house fixed up. First thing I wanted to show you though is, I pulled a lot of stuff out of the bathroom. So where does that go? Well, it goes right here. This is the junk staging area. Obviously the sink and the bidet that came out, and pieces of wood and stuff. So how do you get this out of here? Well, that's a good question for the DIYer. Oh, and not to forget, decrepit old sleeper sofa. I don't think anybody wants to sleep on that thing, so that has to go. So what do you do with all this stuff? Well, it goes to the dump. Large items, I'm told, at least on the Comune website for refuse, that you can call and make arrangements and they will come pick things up. I do believe it's curbside, and considering the fact that my front door opens onto nothing but a very short curb, I'm not sure how that would be arranged. So in all likelihood, I'll have to find some other arrangement and some help to get that independently hauled away to the dump, which is not far away. It's owned by the Comune. So more on that later. For now, I've got plenty of room to just let it sit there. So let's talk about sinks. So that's where we pulled out sink number 1. We're talking about removing this one, but currently this is the only sink working properly with water and drain. So I'm brushing my teeth here, I'm washing my hands here, I'm doing any kind of, I'm washing utensils and things. So what about the sink in the other bathroom? Let's go take a look. It's a 1-bedroom house with 3 sinks. So this is the other sink. And since the time I came here, and I've just ignored it because I've just been using this as nothing more than a shower stall. So when I turn on the cold water, I got nothing. When I turn on the hot water, I get something. So the plumbing is working, kind of. And the good news is that there is a shutoff which cuts off the water to the shower here and also to the sink. So I'm thinking just from non-use over the years, it's probably gotten gunked up or something in there. So the fix is going to be to get under here and disconnect those hoses, see if it's coming out of the wall properly, and then fix the tap. so that at the very least I can have this sink for hot and cold water and a functioning drain, which will then free up the other room. So back in here, we're going to leave that alone for now while I attempt to fix the other. And while I'm in full plumbing mode, let's take a look down here at what's going on. So this was where the bidet was, and this is mentioned this before. This is pretty tall here. You can see where it's two different levels, so I need to make a step that comes out here so that this is a little bit of an easier transition. I don't need either of these drains, so they can be capped off, and that leaves this water feed, which is coming down here. There's a shutoff for the tap that's on the other side of this wall into what will be the living room. So I can cap this off right here. If I choose to have like a wet bar on the other side, what I've talked about before over here. So that is where the water goes. I need the drain, but the water I can feed from here, which will be the kitchen, and we'll have drains and water going along here through the cabinetry and into that wall. So that's that. Let's tackle the non-functioning sink first.
So let's, first of all, I have the water shut off. Using that shut off, assuming it works for both hot and cold. So next is to see what's going on with this. I'm going to pull this feed down. At least I see some Teflon tape here, so this is somewhat recent. Recent since they've invented Teflon tape. Okay, so this is the part where it starts to dribble all over me. So let's see. What do we got going on here? Pipe doesn't look clogged here, so not sure, maybe it's clogged up in there. So here I am. I'm going to take the knob off here. I got the handles off. So let's disconnect the cold water, and we'll see what we can do with the tap. Okay, well, the good news is that there's some dribbling, but there is no major gushing water, so at least the shutoff valve is working. So here we are up top, and got the water disconnected. So the question is, not knowing anything about these internal fittings here, sometimes these have an insert. I can't tell if this does or not. Can tell from there, so I may have to put that back since I don't know what I'm doing. So it looks like I'm just going to have to take this thing off. Now I'm going to want to take a shower later. So I did buy some caps. Let's see if I can cap off the water supply here, and then I can deal with the tap without having to worry about losing the shower. Here we are again. So this time, I'm going to take this off. Let's see if first of all, if I got the right size cap. All right, so this is turning the pipe inside the wall, which is not a good thing. You know how a plumbing job can turn into something you didn't anticipate? Yeah. That's where we're at. Small faucet repair turns into something else. So when I started loosening this, it was clearly loosening the pipe in the wall. Or worse, breaking it off. I really don't know. So, not sure what's going on. So I'm going to have to investigate, and hopefully this doesn't destroy my shower. So I'll give you an update as soon as I can. Well, I think I found an ingenious solution, or a really half-baked solution, depending on how you look at it. So you recall that sink, which I tore out of the bathroom the other day. Well, this came off of it, a fairly modern-ish one-tap spout,
And you can see lots of corrosion. Blue is probably some copper salts. Lots of calcium from the limestone in the water, I'm sure. Who knows what else? Old copper pipes. That's what you get. Maybe some other kind of, who knows? Whatever. So, what can we do with this? Well, really all I need is one tap in here. The water's only warm when I turn on the boiler. So first thing in the morning, the water's cold for brushing your teeth. If I need to shave or anything later, that works just fine. Or wash your hands. So, what are we going to do here? Well, we're going to take off that old one and put this one on. And I do have one plug we can use. This is the cold tap. Cut that off. And it should be done. All right, let's get started. So before I do anything else, I think I'm going to just test fit this whole operation here. It doesn't surprise me that this sink wasn't working. The amount of corrosion that I have here is pretty extreme. Okay. Let's get stuff out of the way. Okay, so I got this connected up, and I'll show you what's going on. So when I pressurized it, more or less seemed to be okay. This right here is definitely dripping. And then when I was trying to remove this, it moved that. So I tried tightening it back up again. You know, and it's wicking a little water. So I've got the shut off on, and I'm not terribly concerned about that because I can use the shut off. This is really just for warm water hand washing and teeth brushing kinds of thing. So I think this cap seemed to work just fine. So I'm going to put this sink back together. So here we go. Life comes full circle. The old tap that was in the other sink, which if I recall now was dribbling a little bit and going through the corresponding holes on the other sink. So now I've probably got the same situation here. I got to fasten this down and connect it up, but I'll get some duct tape or something and plug these. And you know, hopefully we've got, who knows, maybe I'll find some way to rig it up. I've got a caulking gun. So let's get it hooked up and see what happens. All right, here it is. So the good news is it kind of works. The bad news is I still have a few leaks. This is just old connectors, and crappy old plumbing. So it needs to go anyway. The good news is this is a wet room, so it doesn't matter a whole lot that it's going to leak on the floor because when I shower, clearly the water is everywhere. So, but just to minimize everything, I just keep it shut off. Right now I turned on the boiler, and when the water heats up, I'll just turn it on, take my shower, and then turn it off and not worry so much about it in the meantime. I typically only turn the boiler on anyway when I'm about to use the shower because it's the only thing that it's good for. It's the only thing it's connected to. So yet another day of sink repair. And, crawling around the floor. It's, I guess it's exercise. Get down, get up, get down, get up. Anyway, hopefully we'll have some more exciting other bathroom activities, remodeling type things. Next time on Casa Stefano. Thanks for watching. Good morning.